Well, if they put more sound in this game and it wasn't so quiet.
Let's see, how much food do we have? Yeah, I'll
But you
get it.
just say that music costs the game. Another added feature. Seems like I could have done voices at least for this thing, though.
Well, except they did a voice pack and stuff like that, and then of course you have to. I am Scory and I am Slory.
That would be
We are
boring.
life mates. We are called what you would call husband and wife.
We have delicious things to eat. Mouth tempting falafels of fresh roasted lamb. Dates stuffed with honey eyed almonds to tease your tongue. It is certainty that you will enjoy what we sell. The price of the bread is 30 centimes. Source on the stick is 70 centimes. The price of dates is 30 centimes. A falafel is 70 centimes. The price of a lizard jerky is 100 centimes. What does a lizard jerky do for you? Falafel
It's
is a pita bread stuffed with
rations.
a spicy roasted lamb, a hearty meal.
Sounds good.
You will find it most filling. So you can price is but 70. It's cheap at any price. So if you try to buy this, then you dicker them down in price there too. The honey is poured on it. It's only 30 centimes. The taste will sell itself. The source meat is first dipped in spicy paprika. Then it is quickly cooked over the brazier over there. It is an experience found nowhere but in Shapir, and it is something you will never forget. And this will cost you but 70 centimes. Surely but a small amount for such a treat. Our fresh dates are stuffed with the finest almonds, carefully roasted over the brazier and then glazed in honey. We personally stuffed the dates ourselves. We are very fastidious when working.
Fastidious.
It's fastidious when working. I think it's fastidious. And you will find no cata hairs in the dates. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? Yay for that. You cannot find a better treat in all of the bazaar. Our lizard jerky rations are very cheap. They're 70, right? But
100.
delicious. Oh, it's 100. They travel very well. Surely an adventurer gets hungry at times. You can get 5 meals for just 100
Oh,
centimes. You never need be hungry again. No one's talking. The jerky is prepared with only the finest, most succulent rock flattened lizards. Our special blend of preservatives lets the rich, full bodied lizard flavor come through.
Let's see. Weather.
The weather is always wonderful this time of year.
Is year?
There was once many cata. Can you move the mouse when you're there? You move once many cata in Razir. When the new emir took over, he drove our people away.
Aw, they don't allow you to buy anything else. Too bad.
So you can only get the turkey rations. Can you have talked him down in price?
Yeah, but I didn't want to do. I just wanted to pay 100, so because that would just be one diner.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's your save your game. Thanks to everyone for lurking and watching in the background. We appreciate it, and we appreciate you. The fountain water is cool and refreshing.
Let's see what's his stats right now. Oh, he's down a little bit because he got hurt during the fight. Vitality's up.
You don't improve when you sleep? Because
Yeah,
after the
you
fight,
do.
he came back and slept.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
It's just it doesn't heal all the way up. I mean, it's one of the things that was nice about like Quest Glory 1. There was like certain things like if you sleep at a Rana's Peace, it will um, it will heal you completely, which was nice. So,
We don't have an Uranus here.
no, there's nothing similar. So it's
And the fountain doesn't help you either. Like if you drink a fountain. Enjoy the beauty of the plants. Lasham I am called, sharing the living beauty of my plants is my joy. I have flowering plants and green plants planted in specially prepared earth and placed in pots from the potter across the way. All will brighten a room and freshen the air. The earth, the plant, is and was specially suited to the type of plant. If you wish, I will gladly give you some. The price of any small plant is 100 centimes. So, a question. Did we deal with the fire and elemento because they're back?
No,
The merchant.
only at the plaza by the end.
Oh, okay.
So as you're suspecting that, oh, here something might happen to the fountain at some point. Yeah, maybe.
Well,
not-
it's
but
just
not at
because
this
they keep
point.
saying how much is the life-giving blood force of this town, and seems to me that's kind of like a foreshadowing. Hey, something very well might be happening. Top of the morning to ya, marhaba. What's new, pussycat? Wow, 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 wow. If you need to know the answer, ask something that makes sense. Okay, if you choose to snooze, you lose, Zeus, so don't be accused of dulling your fuse with abuse. Don't quote me. I can't read that fast. Matter monster made by man, chaos tossed across the land. Catch them, grab them if you can, then they're there at your command. Razir, I fear, is very queer, and if you do not interfere, I think it will disappear. Okay, so we want to buy these X-ray sunglasses.
Yeah.
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto, changeo, rearrangeo.
Boom.
There you go, Joe. Hope you're happy, Pappy. You put the glasses away.
And if we put them on.
You put on the glasses, and suddenly everything appears as though you were looking through a veil.
And then he just starts laughing.
It is a hand puppet labeled Cookie Monster. How odd. It is a hand puppet bearing the name of Rosella. It is a dragon hand puppet. It is a hand puppet that is either Cecil the Seasick Serpent, Ollie the Dragon, or Zippy the Pinhead, depending on which way you squint. The label on the sleeve says Commando Cody Flying Suit. There are waxen Icarius wings. The label admonishes do not attempt to use these wings in hot climates.
To be seen in Quest 45.
They are genuine handcrafted Spielbergian beer steins with Baron Stephan's crest. So that Spielberg is where you came from.
Yep, that was Quest 41.
Okay.
One thing somebody pointed out was, so you had the town of Spielberg and the Baroness Steven Spielberg.
I already got that figured out. I figured out the first time we read that. So, hasta la pasta, brain those nachos. See ya soon, raccoon.
Just quickly look over here.
Dun, 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 dun. I think that's it. Oh, here's the yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Okay. So are you headed to see the money changer or
Off to see Aziza.
Aziza? Okay. Because I recognized the Tariq and I was like, well, but okay. The I. There we go. Welcome, Orion Hunter. Come on in, baby. Come in. Sit down. We shall speak. You are most welcome.
Kiss Aziza.
I see that's an option.
Probably would not make her too happy.
Why? Is that an option if
She
it doesn't gonna make her happy?
She's not that type of gal. She doesn't want people hitting on her.
Shall we share a tea? Well, of course, answer yes. The tea is cool and refreshing. You find yourself relaxing as you drink and listen to the sound of the flowing water. Daily news. Very well. What would you like to discuss? I am not familiar with idle gossip. Fire elemental? It doesn't know anything about it. Elemental. Perhaps it would be well to show you as well as to tell you about such things. Okay, here we go. There are 4 basic elements which make up the universe: water, earth, air, and fire. An elemental is formed when the magic shapes an element into a semblance of a living creature. Elementals are very powerful and destructive. They can be weakened by the contrary element, but they cannot be destroyed. Once weakened, the elemental can be captured. Once captured, the magical nature of the elemental can be used for helpful rather than for harmful purposes. But she doesn't tell you how to capture it. The contrary element, or the weakness of fire, is water. The weakness of water is air. The weakness of air is earth, and the weakness of earth is fire. It makes sense. So, weakening an elemental will force it to seek escape and thus be captured in a suitable container. And do we have one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The elemental trying to escape will be drawn to the container of an appropriate nature. If there is no container, then it will flee or dissipate or reappear somewhere elsewhere. A container can be created by choosing an appropriate receptacle for the element, such as the water skin for water. Once the elemental has entered the container, its magical essence will be retained. Thus, who captures an elemental will have a power over it to use it as he pleases. That is indeed sad tale. Let me show you of that which we speak. I will tell you of a time long ago when women wore veils and were but wives and chattel to men. Is that's still happening nowadays some places in the world? There was a woman, Mel, a beautiful woman, a loving woman, Mel, who wished her very soul to become a healer and thus aid others. Just the facts, ma'am. That'd be you. That'd be totally you.
Your bottom line, Conrad.
Her father tried to dissuade her, saying that this was no task for a woman of her gentleness and sensitivity. She would go about her duties quietly, but each evening she would tell him again that she wished to become a healer. At last her father gave in, and she was trained in the art of healing. Despite the jeers and condescension of the male students and teachers, she became a healer and removed her veil forever. Right? She soon discovered that life was not easy for a woman healer. Many men distrusted her skills and refused to call upon her. Some men called upon her only to try to take advantage of her beauty. One day, a man came to her and told the tale of his brother dying in the desert. She did not quite trust his manner of looking at her, but she could not refuse aid to one who might need it. She followed him out of the city and into the desert. She was led to an encampment of ragged tents. She soon learned, to her sorrow, that the tale of the brother was a lie, but a lie. These were brigands, and what they did with her I shall not say. She tried to escape them the next day and ran to the mountains to hide. They were swift to follow. They nearly recaptured her when she called aloud for help. A Djinni heard her cry and transformed her into a tree. There are 3 things you must give her to save her soul: a gift of kindness, a gift of magic, and a gift of love. The gift of kindness is simple. It is only what you would give to someone who's been in the desert far too long. Water.
Water.
You must then tell her about yourself. Remind her of what it is to be human. Your words are as important as the gift, for they give meaning to the act. I know you can achieve the gift of kindness, but you do not have yet a suitable gift for sacrifice. Perhaps you will be able to do this another time. All right, so we haven't done that for the tree yet, right?
Correct.
So, okay. Razir was like a twin to Shapir until a year ago this month. The Emir Aris was overthrown and disappeared. His brother now sits upon the throne. There's a darkness over the city through which I cannot see with all my magic. When I try to use Farsi upon the city of Razir, it is as though the city is wrapped in a web of blackness which I cannot see through. The Emir Aris was a foolish man who ruled more with his head than his heart. There was magic involved in his disappearance. Since he's been gone, the city of Razir has fallen into dark times, and many have fled the new tyranny. The astrologer is found in making predictions of things to come. Some of the things of which he speaks actually come to pass. How about the poet?
Okay.
If you seek the Wizard's Institute of Technocercy, you will need to use the very thing for which you seek it. His poetry speaks more than mere words. The Sultan Harun al-Rashid is the most wise ruler. He often consults me for information about things. He has a good deal of understanding about people, and he knows how to best to use them. He's doing everything in his power to prevent the ill omens from coming to pass. Then why hasn't the sorcerer reached out to us? We're supposed to be the hero. Why haven't we seen him yet?
What?
The Razir, the Sultan, the Sultan Rashid.
Well, I mean, it was kind of talking about like what the poet was saying.
That you only get summoned by him. But I would think he would be curious to see the hero and say, "Hey, what's up, hero? What's up?" No one's talking. We have to talk ourselves. So now we're going to do the tree. Or we're going to fight.
Yeah. Well, we might try to do it at least a little bit. And, you know, if we get into any fights or something along the way, you know, okay.
Okay. It's all good. Definitely like clicking and trying to remember what I've got here. Maybe that, I bet. What's wing selection? So the tree is the Rizalka for this part.
Oh. Too long.
No, but I'm saying she's like what they did with the Rizalka in 4. That's her thing. Bring her back to life. She was mistreated. She was
Well, a little like that way.
yeah, that's what
So,
I meant. That's
Sort of
that's what I
a
was talking about.
honorable side quest.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. The plant almost looks like a woman. So we can give it water. The tree doesn't respond. You start to tell the plant about yourself and your adventures. You mention how much you wish to be a hero, how hard it has been to become one. You then tell her about your experiences in Spielberg with the Dryad and how you aided her by getting the seed of the spore, spitting Spiria. Hi, Crimson Kitty. Hello, welcome. Welcome in. How you doing? You tell her about how and why you came to Shapir and all the friends you have made in this land of Shapir and all the fun you've had here. And finally, you mention that you are giving her water as a simple act of kindness that might ease her thirst. You admire the way she rotates her. Yeah, Not bad. Just wait. Me too. Me too. It's on the countdown. Like
Crop rotation.
definitely.
means-
I love me.
That's a great little slight gag. But
So Norman Reedus. So it's like, yeah.
search tree.
That's what I did too. I just like I am not gonna do but now it's gonna force me to have to
Hog
give up,
tree.
some game or something, because filling it up. So November 6th, yeah, it's like with Medieval at 10 o'clock my time, it became available, but I don't play that late at night, so. And I'm not like you. I'm not going to take a day off I can't afford to take a day off for it. But I'm definitely
Been very busy
wanting
lately.
to play it. Yeah, it's been really busy. Well, that's November the 6th, and she has the vacation time. So she took that, and I'll just wait for the Friday night PS4 play and then the Saturday and play some. Yep, and you're getting paid for it. So that helps too, right? Getting paid and going to play a game. Yep, definitely very interested in it. I'm not very good at stealth games. So I typically
Wait,
get
what game?
Death Stranding.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Medieval.
No, I'm talking about Death Stranding. No, you're probably Friday, you're going to probably start at 5 or 6 a.m. And I'm going to be the nighttime because I'll probably start at 5 or 6 p.m. when I get off work. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I get off. Too bad it doesn't release on.
Oh, I wonder if I can try to.
Do I have that Friday off? No, I
Yeah.
don't think I do.
As average.
I think I have the Monday off
stealthy
instead.
as the average goon still.
Yeah, you might still be going till then. Yeah, I love it. I love Norman Reedus. So it's like a win-win for me. Definitely. Looking forward to it. Ever since it was first shown. Now, what's that? How long ago? 3 years at the E3 for Death Stranding? I think that might be right. I think it might be 3 years ago we saw the first signs of Death Stranding. Might be 2. If anybody else knows, you can let us know. Let me know. But I think it might be 3 years. And not quite sure, but the only thing I remember is that him hatching, and I don't. Other than that, just like I don't. I've seen some of the. Yeah, I'm doing. I still barely know anything about the game, and I'm doing that on purpose, and so as am I. I did watch a little trailer just to say, do I really want this? And then I saw, I was like, yes, I really want this. Simba looks excited. You wonder if his mother always allows him to attend the combat training. He hasn't grown. Well, it's only been a few days. You already chopped your
That's
head.
awful.
We got 10 feet. There's no baby market in Shapiro. Did you try to take him?
Yeah.
You're bad. All I know is Twitch is tagged it as adventure, action, and stealth. There's jar babies and magic pea mushrooms and something about the undead.
Jar babies. Like, do we take that baby and put it in a jar?
I don't know. I don't know, but I tell you what, I feel the same way you do, Crimson. Kitty, I am absolutely waiting for Death Stranding. I hope it doesn't. I hope it's a great game. And I'm the same way. I don't want to watch any gameplay videos just to find out. And you want the right camera. I want a right camera, probably. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So you figure out where you're going to put your video in. Sometimes I put it on the frame screen so that I'm not have that issue, but it does make the game smaller. So I'll probably do it on, especially since it's going to be on my PS4, and I can run it through my Elgato, or just play it on the couch and use the PS4 cam. And I always turn the cam off. I mean, I don't have my PS4 cam on. I just have my own computer. I haven't used my PS4 cam on a stream since the days of playing Monster Hunter World. I gotta tell my cousin loves Norman Reedus. I was like, you gotta watch my stream. You love me some Norman Reedus. And some of the other ones that are in there are pretty awesome too. So I think it's going to be a great game. I really hope so. I have really high hopes for it. And you know, I was going to play Doom Eternal this month, but it got rescheduled and pushed back to March 2020.
Oh, it was March? I thought it was February.
I believe it's March. And you know, it's the funny thing is that's around the same time Final Fantasy VII is the remake. So it's like, why every month are the games that I truly want to play all coming at the same time? Because what do you do? I know what I'm going to do. There's going to be a lot more PS4 play time during those weeks than there's going to be PC games. That's how it's going to go down. So how's Comet doing? How's he growing and stuff, kitty? We got Chloe back here. She's sleeping in her bucket. Yep, she just mewed when I touched her. She went, meow. It is alive in the kitchen. I think it's alive in the kitchen. Otherwise, Precious is messing around in the kitchen. He's sleeping right next to me. He's doing insanely well. He's gotten so big. He's so pretty. He's such a beautiful kitty. And how's he getting along well with Pickles and your other cat? You have 2 cats, right? 2 other cats? It's hard to remember the names of everybody's cats, but I'm pretty sure I'm remembering it right that it's Pickles. And Penguin just prefers to be on her own. So you do have 3 cats then. The 2 cats and the 1 kitten, right? Does she really start putting on the sauce later and it becomes harder to fight her?
No, the hardest time is when you're not as strong.
Oh, okay. And you really still are weak from that one fight, right? Comet and Pickles get along pretty well now. Sometimes he wants to play when Pickles wants to sleep, but they don't hurt each other, hiss, or growl. And Penguin just kind of stays away from them all. Just such cool names for her cats. Penguin, Pickles, and Comet. If I ever get another cat, it's going to be named McLovins. I love McLovins. I think it's a perfect name. It would have been a great name for or Quagmire if they're boys. He's like shaking his head. Nope.
Okay, I got my dodge up to 130 at least. So.
It's funny when Chloe is up on top and Precious is down in this bucket. Chloe will reach down below and smack the cat Precious with her paws and stuff. It's pretty funny to see. Precious, however, doesn't think that's very funny. Yeah, you derp. As one cool, I was thinking about the PlayStation, about Death Stranding, and one cool thing is just the timer countdown. And you sit there. Have you ever sat there like just before it goes? Because that's what I did with Medieval. I was like, I even had like a 20-second countdown. I was like 20, 19, 18. It was like, just couldn't wait. And all of a sudden, right at that one, whoop, Medieval became available. I was like, yeah, hallelujah. Da, 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 da.
Already pre-downloaded?
Yeah.
But it's only available at a certain time.
Right, you can only launch it at a certain time. So you know how PlayStation gives you the countdown timer. Tells you like, okay, you'll be right back. Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hi. Never stand. No. How about a ramen? There's also steak and potatoes on the top rack. You can heat that up in a microwave. Well, since she takes ramen to the program and she wouldn't take the other one, I would think it would be more wise for her to have the leftovers that she can eat here.
Getting stronger, so her kids are taking more off of her stamina. Right now, they're partway through, so it's really, if you can get like 3 or 4 successive hits.
I'm gonna go get a drink of water. I'll show her when I was talking about. It's up on the top underneath the pies. Yes. Have yourself a bowl of that. It's kind of like a vegetable beef stew. If you splatter, you need to clean it up.
So it helps if you can like get her.
But this is like farming, right? This is like fighting farming kind of thing going on.
You're grinding, doing a little bit of grinding and trying to improve your skills and such.
Well, you were struggling with the ghoul fight until you got yourself.
Yeah,
some
one also
help.
has all the magic, which makes things difficult. So if you're a magic user, it's probably one of the easier ones.
It's funny how the bits are all sitting on the other side of the cup.
Oh,
I usually
good.
put the cup on, but I did.
Oh, I think we just ran out too. That was advantageous, but I think I got her at, yeah, I'm at 0 as well.
Yeah, and your health is pretty hit too.
So vitality 160, strength 151. Intelligence went up by a little bit, but for a fighter, it's
Hello,
hard.
Nate the Great. How you doing?
Hey. Yeah. Rest.
How's the horror month going for you? I've seen every day. I've seen tons of different games. Like, oh, it's so cool. We've now moved on to Quest for Glory. Tired, but that's my default state.
Well,
You're not getting sick, right? It's just tired from life and work. And I know that you're doing a lot of streaming and stuff this month.
On guard. We did complete unavowed.
For the most part, it's been good. Yeah, I mean, it's probably been fun. I mean, it's definitely one of the more fun months for me to play a lot of the different horror games.
Hey.
Oh, I thought we said that was enough for now. I know you've probably played Quest for Glory games, Nate. You have a sinus infection. A doctor has been able to get me in. It's been ongoing for an entire month of October. I'm trying to get to the doctor's office since this the week before last. What on earth? Why on earth would you be able to get into your doctor's office? What? Tell us why that is, because I'm curious.
Little children, the times
Welcome in. Here in yeah, and I see you guys are having this slowdown issue that happens with this game at times. Yeah, I can believe it. Ah. Hello, Serena. How can I make cabbage salad sweet without getting...
Honey?
Hang on just a second. Possibly? I'm going to move this so I can see this a little bit, and then I just want to see what people are writing.
I can't play the game if you're taking over the mouse. The game.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Okay, so they're fully booked, and I would go to a walk-in clinic, but they tend to prescribe the medicine that makes me absolutely sick, and I cannot afford to be able to get out of, may not be able to get out of bed.
Well, then tell them to just give you what you do need if you know what it is.
Well, last time Nate had pneumonia, so I imagine it wouldn't be too hard for him to gain it again. Because if it's one of those things you get it once, you can definitely, walking pneumonia, you can definitely get it again. That's deadly. Okay, Serena, cabbage salad sweet. Is honey a bad idea? Hello, welcome, Crimson Kitty. You're back and waiting for pizza. What are you going to have on your pizza, Kitty? What are you having tonight, today, or this afternoon for your pizza?
So at least when we rest an hour here, we at least get our stamina back.
I just couldn't see what anybody was chatting. Yep. So definitely there probably are like CPU issues that went in certain parts of the game that slow the stream down a little bit. But it's not awful, I don't think. So half is mushrooms, bacon, pineapple. The other half is sausage, mushrooms, and sun-dried tomatoes. I can honestly say I've never had that. I don't like mushroom, but I've never really had bacon and pineapple either. I've had ham and pineapple. Well, maybe that's Canadian bacon and pineapple. By the way, you can fix the weird slowdown in this game by loading a YouTube video that runs constantly in the background with the sound muted. It may fix the game slowdown issue.
I don't see any slowdown issue.
Well, they're seeing it from the stream point. Okay. Well, thank you very much for that FYI.
Fine there.
Yeah, we're seeing it, but you're not fighting right now. When you were in the fight with your Hora. I think I'm saying. I've been talking to honey, and I've been taking honey and vitamin C supplements since I started having issues. At this point, it's a bacterial infection, so it will require antibiotics.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to need to go get in to see the doctor for sure,
Griffin
Nate.
looks like a cross between a lion and an eagle. Seems to be sleeping.
Ah.
It's Merv the Griffin.
Haha. Yeah, on Windows 7 and newer Combat, the game runs only at half speed. Okay.
Seems to be okay.
Well, it's when you're in combat. You weren't paying attention to it when you were in combat. All right. The bird is sleeping.
See what happens. Can we talk?
The bird is the word. Sounds yummy, kitty.
Screech, chirpies, caw, peep, squawka, squawka.
How soon will your pizza arrive?
Let me see now. Chirpy is the first person indicative. No, wait. Caw is the noun form. Well, I have a red pencil box, but you're not sure. Perhaps you should have paid more.
Hey, Serena,
Griffin 101.
Isn't red cabbage sweet? In a way, doesn't it have its own? It depends on the type of cabbage you use. If you use like the red kind, it's a little sweeter. It's got the beets in it, I think. Or maybe just add a few beets to it. guaranteed in 40 more minutes, hopefully sooner than that. You're starving Marvin, ready to eat. If the half speed comment doesn't bother you, then don't worry about it.
No.
So that is one way to make it sweet, Serena. It just occurred to me. Use the little beets in it. I use green cabbage and carrot in a creamy sauce. What is raped carrot? Are you spelling that right? Graped?
Carrot?
Is it a red carrot? Wouldn't that be rouge?
Caravan.
13
Caravan,
days.
13
So, yep,
days.
13 long days
So
to the next caravan.
Yeah, that's one thing about this game, that it's everything is
We are going.
timed.
Okay,
That's
so
a
let me ask you.
specific set of days.
We're at day 4.
Yep.
Day 5, something happens.
Yep.
And then day 6, back to normal.
Yep.
Shredded carrot.
Okay, shredded.
Gotcha.
Carrot. Okay.
Okay. This one, unlike the others, has a very strict time schedule.
Yeah. So this one is it's always 30 days. So there are times and stuff like that, which is kind of why I'm not as big of a fan of this one. So, it is going to take a certain amount of time, but so you can't rush through it real easily. I mean, I guess if you've done things and you don't want to beef up your stats, then you can just keep sleeping the days away.
You haven't ever eaten cabbage salad before? I'm only thing I can think of is maybe, like I said, add some beets because that will sweeten it. Beets are actually a natural sweetener, and if you like for cakes and stuff like that, I know it sounds gross, but it really does work. Another thing that'll work is a little bit of applesauce.
I've done applesauce in a banana bread before.
Yep. You can do applesauce and chocolate. You can do beet in chocolate. Okay, for me, in this series, it goes Quest for Glory 2, so he likes this one.